Valparai is known for its greenery and scenic locations, no doubt in that. And this particular stay is also the same. It is surrounded by tea plantations, it's in the middle of a tea plantation, and as far as your eyes could reach, it is all green. It's one of the offbeat locations. And as Valparai promises, everywhere you turn around, there is birds chirping, there are tea plantations, there is greenery, and beautiful valley views. But between these trees, it is also hiding a secret so beautiful that we drove all the way to the Western Ghats to see this beauty. Have you already spotted it? There, at a distance, is the Great Indian Hornbill. But before I show the close up of the bird, let me take you to our stay at Valparai and show you how the room looks. Hi, I'm Chitra and you are watching Masala Box Travel, a YouTube channel that takes you through beautiful property reviews and offbeat locations. This is my second visit to Valparai, and this time the wildlife was all around us. Not just the Great Indian Hornbill, but the regulars like this Indian Gaur. And I'm here to stay at Sinna Dorai's bungalow. They have a couple of bungalows in Valparai. This is the upper Paralai bungalow, and just a few kilometers down within the same estate is the Rotikade bungalow. The Rotikade bungalow is relatively smaller. It straight away has 2 or 3 rooms and not particularly valley view, but that's a quiet and serene stay. And this one is a little further into the tea estate, giving you splendid valley views. Sinna Dorai means something like an assistant or a smaller boss. So apparently this tea estate's assistant manager used to live here, and hence it is called Sinna Dorai. I wonder how the house of the manager's bungalow looked like, but we don't have a chance to see that. This house, like any of the bungalows that you would see from the British era, it is full of antiques, very similar pattern, and the heritage is written all around it. The way the furnitures are, the way the antique collections are placed, and so forth. We arrived just in time for the lunch. We finished a sumptuous lunch and proceeded to our room. That's the walkway to our room. We had choose cottages, and they also have these bungalow rooms on top of the hill. And I would say if you get a chance to book a room, it's better to book the rooms at the top, which gives you a better valley view. The cottage rooms, you would have to go up and down quite a bit for your breakfast, lunch, dinner, or even for recreational purposes. You will have to go up and down, and we found it a little tedious with our toddler. But if you're looking for privacy, if you're looking to be totally cut off from the hustle and bustle that's happening on top of the cottage, then this 2 rooms at the bottom, slightly bottom of the hill is yours. This is a room tour of the cottage. There are 2 cottages on the down. As you walk in, you get to arrive at the living room. They have all the water, kettle, coffee, tea services by yourself placed over here, and of course you see some antique furniture that is placed around here. And as known to places like these, they don't provide you TV because you are here to cut off from the world and enjoy the views. This is a bedroom, spacious enough for the 3 of us. As such, we don't get a view from the bed, but the birds make up for it. They are chirping all the time. And then you have a small dressing room. So this is a pretty spacious cottage, I would say. So there was a small walk-in area, a living room, a bedroom, a dressing room, and a standard bathroom. The washroom along with the bathroom. So all the other normal stuff, the vanity stuff, were also provided by the stay. Keep in mind that you are in the middle of an offbeat location, so insects are to be found, but not much. But we did find some unique insects which got us so curious, to be honest. The cottage also has a walking space around it, or there's a sitting space around it. From this side of the bungalow or the cottage, that is your living room and the bedroom, you don't get a valley view, but on the side, towards the other side of the cottage, you do get a valley view where you can sit and relax in your evenings. The beauty of this valley was there are distant villages or the place where the plantation workers would stay, and you could constantly hear some temple sound or some animals. It's just beautiful echo. And of course, if you are in middle of tea plantation, it's always goes to have a good cup of tea. They had a lot of books even for kids, even for toddler like mine. So they had nice flap books. They had a lot of games like chess and stuff. And they had ample amount of birding opportunity. So we were just walking around the plantation. You can also go walking into the plantation. They have simpler hike and a tedious hike through their plantation that they can take you through. We mostly were just idling around the resort and we were trying to spot the birds. We even came across black eagle, some parakeets, vernal hanging parrot, and of course the Great Indian Hornbill. As the night falls, if you're staying on the lower cottage, somebody comes to escort you up for dinner. This is because sloth bears can come closer to your property, so for your own safety they come to take you up and down. The property is fenced, but still we cannot say so. On the night we chose to go on a drive around their tea plantation. So you take your own vehicle and the naturalist or somebody from the bungalow would accompany you with a torch looking for sloth bears and leopards. This is a point where my husband and the driver was able to spot a sloth bear. I couldn't see the head. The tea plantation is huge. Their tea plantation is quite offbeat and huge, and so driving within them is quite allowed. That too only till 8 p.m. This is a rutting samba deer. We couldn't see leopard or anything like that, but the drive itself was beautiful because places like Valparai is offbeat and you could get to see plenty of stars on a clear night. Come morning, we were ready to explore Valparai. We've already been to Valparai before. So if you're looking for places to check out in Valparai, you can look at my other video on Valparai. I'll leave the link below. We were looking to do few offbeat stuff we have not yet done in Valparai. And the bungalow manager suggested that they have a stream within the other tea plantation that we can go and explore or spend time at. So that's the plan for the day. And before that, we stuffed ourselves with all the food they had. Their breakfast was simple and my dosa loving toddler really enjoyed all the options that they were providing. We went in October and this was the water flow. The stream there is kind of a pool as well as a flowing stream. So you can sit on either end or even just dip your feet, or you can just go up to the stream and not even wet your feet because the scenery is so beautiful. For example, Kulangal River is beautiful, but it would be thronged by so many people that you might not have a moment of your own. But streams like this within their private tea plantation area gives us ample opportunity to just soak the nature and have a quality family time. And just at a distance, there were some people watching us. No trouble. We gave them their space and they gave us our space. We further walked into this tea plantation. It's quite broad and easy to walk. The views are amazing to say. More Indian Gaurs on the road. These are cows. Of course, Gaurs are standing at the behind. Do not get on your vehicle when you spot Gaurs. Gaurs can get dangerous. Leave way for the wildlife and keep your space. Observe them. Thank them for giving you the show and keep moving. Evening, we decided to drive towards Sholayar Dam. This is a dam which almost touches the Kerala border and we have not yet visited this dam. And all the way driving towards the dam, you see water following you, giving you much scenic drive. This is the catchment area and it's huge. It's pretty huge. You cannot fathom the size of this catchment area with this video. You have to be there to enjoy this view. It can get quite crowded because Kerala buses keep coming in periodically, bringing in tourists, and like everyone else, we were also taking plenty of pictures and enjoying the view at this catchment area. All through the drive, you would see a lot of shops, chai kadas, giving you out chai. So we stopped for some bread omelette. The weather demanded it. There was a slight drizzle and a beautiful scenery. Why not? This time I did feel that Valparai is no more an offbeat location, because the last time we could easily spot the lion-tailed macaque on the street, and this time there are a lot more vehicles on the street, lot more people, tourists coming in to explore Valparai. So yeah, the shine of it might have faded a little away, but there are pockets like this where you can get a slice of Valparai for yourself. And someday I hope to see elephants and leopards while just driving through Valparai. I've seen so many stories and I've heard so many stories of people spotting elephants and leopards, so keeping our fingers crossed. It was sunset time and the clouds are slowly closing in. The beautiful sun rays and the cool breeze, perfect spot to sit for your evening. Nights were spent at the bungalow itself. They have, like I said, they have enough books to keep us occupied. This was also my birthday trip, and the caretakers were kind enough to put up a small decorative surprise for me. So we had the cake and the celebration and a gala time with all the caretakers of the Sinna Dorai Bungalow. Morning and the mist is still settling in. This is one scenery I cannot get enough of, and even in my vlog you would have seen this valley view at least 3 or 4 times by now. But how beautiful and majestic are these valleys and mountains. I cannot take my eyes off this. For breakfast we had some interesting options, appam and buttapam, so delicious breakfast as usual. This might look like a normal chai for you, but I'm having a time of my life. So to spot a Great Indian Hornbill, you have to go to national parks, pay for your safaris and so forth. But here I am, having crossed my knees, sipping chai and sighting Great Indian Hornbill. No, that's not Great Indian Hornbill, but here it is. This is a picture taken by my husband. The hornbill was sitting in that tree. So it was sighting as per your wish, anytime as you wanted. That comes an end of our trip to Sinna Dorai. Keep following for more reviews.